The lighting's not too bad. Good morning. It's David, and as I was telling my Facebook Live friends a moment ago, last week at this time, my name was Grandpa David, and had a very enjoyable 4 or 5 days with my family, my Dallas wing of the family. So while I was gone, it was last Saturday at this time where I wasn't quite sure how I was going to be able to do a live in the moment every Saturday, Small Business Saturday. And so I didn't do one, but explain why I didn't. They were all fighting. All the grandchildren wanted to be on, and so we had fun doing something else. But while I was going to put a lot of thinking into what is going to be launched here today, something I've been thinking about in Cincinnati. There is an area of the town. It's in downtown Cincinnati, but it's a few blocks north of the central city. It's an area called Over-the-Rhine, and it's been an active commerce place for probably 150 years. And I had the opportunity just about, I don't even think it's 4 weeks ago already, to go into Over-the-Rhine and look at it from a different perspective I've ever looked at it in the 37 years that the last 37 years I lived here. I haven't spent too much time in Over-the-Rhine when I stopped driving a car 8 years ago. So it's a whole nother thing for me, but I had a very enjoyable experience to actually ride Cincinnati has a streetcar. It was a project that took many, many years to happen because there were a lot of folks for a streetcar, a lot of folks against the streetcar. So it took time to get developed. And so the city would vote on it and support the project with tax dollars. And it's been a great experience. I just saw a sign in my ride that it served over their millionth rider on it. As I said, I was looking at the route, the area around the route in a different perspective, and there's many small business activity originated in Cincinnati, in Over-the-Rhine. I would assume it had to. It's the oldest. It's the oldest area. So I decided that I wanted to create a concept, tell a story, a great story about how Over-the-Rhine for families in Cincinnati and families visiting Cincinnati, it can be a Saturday, every Saturday, Small Business Saturday experience to go into a section of the Over-the-Rhine and maybe use the streetcar to figure out what section you wanted to visit today. Well, I got a map of the streetcar, and the route, and I blew it up, and I had to cut it in half. Created This is how it actually goes, like that. There are 18. There are 18 stops that the streetcar makes, um, and each one is listed over here. And then you can see the businesses. Well, I'm going to take the concept and kick it off next Saturday. Every Saturday, small business. Next Saturday's every Saturday, Small Business Saturday live stream will be in Over-the-Rhine. I'm going to, well, first I'm going to call Anna Betch. Anna is somehow involved with that building. I remember it. It was a furniture store for all the years until recently. Co-working company Cohatch has opened its 5th Greater Cincinnati location overlooking Findlay Market. Something's going on in that building that I can guess what's going on, but I would love to be able to live stream the broadcast next Saturday, and invite as many small businesses in the area to come in and share in the live stream why the business that they have in Over-the-Rhine is one of value, and one in which a family spending a Saturday together, shopping, visiting, why would they want to come into your store? And that's what I want to create. But to take that one step further, a part of the Celebrate Business Project 2024 Marketing Sales Value Experience has been that what I am doing to create the stories that I am telling, I want to share the how. We know the why. I want to share the how of that with other folks. And to get it going, I am going to invite 30 small businesses. Let me read the card and tell you exactly what I'm going to do. I am going to invite 30 small businesses who want to take their marketing and sales story challenges to its next level. In less than 24 hours of their committed time, I will produce and publish for them their value story. What value, marketing sales value, do they bring to the marketplace? It'll be about a 19-minute video conversation, 19-minute conversation. I will take the URL that's published, that's created, and I will publish it in a lot of different places where I publish URLs. And I will give that individual, that small business owner, I will give them the same URL so that they can publish it wherever they want to, wherever they're doing things now. New areas can be created. But one thing they have to commit to me that they will do, and I'm going to give them complimentary access. It's a service that other folks after them will pay for, but I am going to give them complimentary access to understand how our very proprietary marketing sales value system works, I will give them access to that if they will send the URL to at least 30, I'm sorry, at least 100 folks themselves, which they would want to do anyways, because it's their story that they would want to share with some folks. But they might want to send it to folks that don't know anything about them and create some new clients, some new collaborative partners. That's what's going to be happening next week. Let's see. Folks after you'll pay for that. But folks after them will actually pay $750 for that URL, Facebook Live to be created, YouTube to be created so that it can be used. And I am going to be there next Saturday, June 1st. I actually, a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, I created this card and I hand delivered while on the same day that I rode the streetcar. I hand delivered 25 of these to the OTR Chamber of Commerce, and I'm not quite sure. Well, I gave them to an individual. I'm not quite sure if they've been distributed, but I am going to actually send an email out this afternoon to, I think the email list I'm creating is about 60 or 75 names. I'm going to I'm going to attach this link, the link that I'm creating right now. I'm going to attach it, and hopefully then we'll get some folks, small businesses, very, very interested in our coming into Over-the-Rhine next weekend. So I guess that's about all that. Let me see if there's do I have any shout outs that I'd like to share. Well, one is to Anna Betch, and Anna, please forgive me if I'm not pronouncing your name right. I'd love for you to collaborate with us and find us a place to live stream next Saturday there. Also, what's going to happen sometime in July, a date to be determined. I am going to have a 1 hour conversation. I don't know if it's going to be on a Saturday. To be very honest, at this point, I don't know, because Dr. Charles Matthews, PhD from the University of Cincinnati, Carl Linder School of Business, developed the entrepreneurial department there. Dr. Chuck and I have been, we did our first live stream. Well, I don't remember if it was our first, but we did a live stream about 10 years ago in one of his graduate students' classroom. And I live streamed that classroom experience. Had a lot of fun that night. Somewhere, I've got to find it in all of my stuff. Is they gave me a certificate that night, and everybody who was there signed it, and it was a fun evening. We talked about entrepreneurship. We talked about small business. We talked about whatever they wanted to talk about. I don't like to lecture to. I love to have conversations with, so that there's interaction of the things that are going on. But and I don't even know where he was. He might have been in China. I sent him an email this week because he was posting some Facebook pictures or said something from China, and I don't know where he read my email, but we're going to do something in June, date to be determined. I suggested it would be a lot of fun for me to go back into one of his classrooms. So we'll see. Well, it's the summer, and I don't know. We'll to be determined. Story and script to be determined. But that's coming up, and I'm looking forward to that. And another wonderful time commitment was made a couple of days ago with this individual. Pat Longo. And I did not know it at the time, but Pat Longo is in his Alloy Development Corporation building, which is literally 1,800 steps from my front door. And I walked it one day. Well, I walked it during National Small Business Week. That's about 3 weeks ago now. I think about 3 weeks, and spent the morning in the building, interacting with folks who were there to learn more about alloy development, and to share with anybody who was there resources that are available in the small business world in Cincinnati. And I actually met finally two gentlemen from the Columbus District Office of the Small Business Administration. And well, one, Terry and I did a live stream. Oh, geez, probably about 6 weeks ago, and it was just last 3 weeks ago that I had never had communication with Everett Waddell, his supervisor, but we finally met, and hopefully the SBA. I've invited them to participate in any way that they desire, that they would like to. So, Pat is. I actually met Pat. We didn't. I'm not sure that we face to face met, but we interacted probably 10 years ago when he was at the Hamilton County Development Corporation in the same building where his alloy development, they were in the same building, and that original HCDC has evolved to today's alloy development corporation, and Pat is absolutely he's been doing what he's doing first as a banker, now as a entrepreneur, developer, banker. For over 30 years he's been doing it, and nobody does it better than Pat. I can feel it. I can guarantee that. I can feel it. Well, and the thing that kind of reunited me with Pat was an article that I read in the local business courier, business newspaper here in Cincinnati. They're also in 45 other markets, 44 other markets. But the opening quotation in an interview that they did with Pat in the upper right-hand corner, very strategically placed in the publishing world, coaching really has been a differentiator for us. Are we asking the right questions, and are we listening? And then it's taking the next step. And then after I read that, I literally, I don't know if I picked up a phone or I don't know what I did. As a Pat and I need to reunite, and so Pat being very, very, very busy after the 4th of July weekend. We are going to produce and publish the alloy development story. Either I have proposed in 2 segments. Have to get Pat's feeling for that, and then we'll have more information. I actually probably won't have more information on that until after July 4th. So, very, very exciting moments, fun moments in the Celebrate Business Project 2024 Marketing Sales Value Experience. And the model, the story that we are creating here in the Cincinnati market, where I have lived for 42 years out of my life, 5 in college, and the last 37. My oldest son, Jordan, was born. No, he was born. He was born and raised in Cincinnati, Ohio, and 369 days later, his brother Sam was born in Cincinnati, Ohio. But in 2005, they both went off to college, and so I have been an empty nester in Cincinnati since 2005. But I've had it's been a wonderful experience for me. The reason I celebrate, I'm making a point of celebrating business. 3 weeks ago, yesterday, was my 75th birthday. And I had said that symbolic of my 75th birthday is that I have, for the last 53 years, I have been a small business owner, third generation small business owner in my family. Interestingly enough, not my Leopold family, but my mother's Barnett family. While the second generation was my father, the third generation, I guess I'm an integrated whatever. But small business has always been our life in our homes, and we had our family lives, but we also had businesses where, and we, well, my father and I ended up doing the same thing, but there's another aspect, and it's a complicated story, but small business has always been an important part of my family's life. And I'm happy to say it's still important. Well, both my sons are doing well. One son is absolutely doing a small business thing. The other one, Sam, has a different journey in life, and but we understand how important small business is to everything that happens in our daily lives. Everything that happens in our daily lives somehow has its roots in small business. So that's why I celebrate. That's why I want everybody to celebrate. That's why I have developed this program, this system that developed here in Cincinnati, but can go into any of the 387 markets in the United States. And if you would like to explore with me how the project can come into your market, do not hesitate. The postcard says, send an email to dleopold@davidsbarter.com on the screen. dleopold@davidsbarter.com. And we would love and have a lot of fun bringing our project to your community. And as always, the message I would like to leave with you today: do what you love and love what you do. Enjoy your day.